Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm James. If you're joining me for the very first time, please subscribe to my channel. Help me to get 4,000 subscribers. You can share to family and friends. In this channel, we talk about family preference visas and diversity visa lottery. That's general immigration to the United States of America. I give tips, advice. You can also contact me using my Instagram and WeChat, where you can pose a question and I will be answering you. Thank you so much. Today, I'm going to be talking about the backlogs. For a couple of videos I've been doing recently, it talks about backlogs for family preference visas. And in today's special video, I'm going to be indicating some numbers which are really high for the four basic categories for family preference visas. And these categories that are limited. When I talk about limited, I mean categories that takes a long time for immigrant visa numbers to be available in order for the Department of State to schedule an interview at the foreign state of chargeability. So if it is your very first time, please stick around and let's get to see these numbers related to the backlogs for F1 to F4. Welcome and welcome once more. If you're still new in what the F1 to F4 visa categories are, and I will be breaking it down for you. F1, it is the family preference visas where a US citizen files in for a child who is above 18. That's an adult child. It takes a long time for this visa to be processed. From the filing at the USCIS, approval takes maybe a year or 2, 3 years sometimes, and then the processing is at the National Visa Center, which is usually the issue because there has to be an availability of an immigrant visa number for that case to be scheduled at the foreign state of chargeability. The next one is the F2 visa. F2 is divided into F2A and F2B. F2A is for spouses and children of lawful permanent resident. And this case approval usually goes between 12 to 18 months, sometimes 24 months. And after approval, these categories have to wait for an immigrant visa number to be available because these cases are based on numerical limitations, so they have to wait for an immigrant visa number to be available. The next one is F2B. Now, there are 114,000 visas available for F2 every year. In this 114,000, 79% is given to F2A, and the remaining 27% is given to F2B. So we're basically talking about 79,000 visas will be given to F2A and about 23,000 visas will be given to the F2B. And the processing for this one as well falls under the limited category, which makes them, these applicants and their petitioners, to wait a longer time for their visas to be processed at the foreign states of chargeability. The next one is the F3. F3 is usually for married children of US citizens and their minor children if applicable. And this category as well takes a very long time to be processed from the USCIS to the National Visa Center and down to the foreign states of chargeability. And it's also a limited category preference, so which means that after the case has been approved and awaiting for an interview or processing or submission of documents at the National Visa Center, the applicants and family members, petitioners, would have to wait for some time for the case to be approved and accepted for document submission, and then documentally qualified. And the last one is the F4, which is the siblings of US citizens. This one is the one that takes a longer time. There's a considerable amount of time for these applicants and their family members to wait for this case to be processed. Generally, approval can go within 2 years, but the actual thing is the availability of an immigrant visa number, the priority date to become current in basic, that will make the case to be moved forward. In this video, there are certain numbers since 2021 that has been associated with the backlogs, making these visa categories, making the family members and the applicants would have to wait a very long time for the processing to continue, especially after approval at the USCIS. Now, there are some very scary numbers I'll be calling in a minute. These are the backlog numbers with respect to every category. And this backlog number entails from the approval from USCIS, sitting at the National Visa Center case bank, and then with cases at the foreign state of chargeability awaiting maybe visa approval or administrative processing. Let's start with F1. As of now, as we speak, we have 291,000, over 291,000 applicants worldwide for F1 category, who are either waiting for the USCIS, for the National Visa Center to finish processing their case, and and then wait for the foreign state of chargeability to take charge. For the F2A, we have 390,000, over 390,000 applicants who are waiting worldwide for more than a year now. The same thing like waiting for the USCIS to process their case, for instance, of chargeability, and the general processing for the applicants to be issued immigrant visas to travel. For F2B, we have 408,000 people worldwide. That's over 408,000 people worldwide as well, awaiting the same procedure. For F3, we have 638,000 people worldwide who are sitting in this backlog, who are all stuck in this backlog, awaiting the general final processing. And then for F2, we have 2.2 million, over 2.2 million people worldwide who are actually waiting to have their cases having their priority dates current. Now, if you look at the visa bulletin, you would realize, you would actually see a correlation between some of these numbers. With respect to the number, you would actually see how the dates, the priority dates are behind. For example, the F4 right now as we speak, they are still at 2007 for final action date. For F2A, it was on current before April 4th this year. It has now reversed, that's retrogression to 2019. So basically, like generally, it's true that F1, F3, and F4 are related to US citizens, but then because of limited category preference, they've been pushed to join the lawful permanent resident cases simply because these categories are considered limited preference. So they are not as of a priority as when a US citizen is filing for their spouse or their children or maybe their parents as well. So this is where we stand right now, and these numbers are very scary, and we are hoping that changes might be made with the next visa bulletin, which will be coming up in about 2 weeks time. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not go without subscribing. Turn on notification bell when you watch the video, like and leave a comment in the comment section below. I will be seeing you. If you have a question, please don't forget to use my Instagram, WeChat, and leave a special comment in the comment section. Thank you so much. God bless you, and bye.